What up, what up, what up? It's TTB After Dark, episode 31. Tragedy in the NYC, LaGuardia, and everything. We're going to talk about that. Today is March 24th, 2026, year of our Lord. Yeah, man, it's got a lot of small stories, man, because right now there is apparently a ceasefire going on. I don't really know. Like everything's up in the air over there because it's some missile launches happening towards Israel today. Might be in Hezbollah or whatever. It's a lot of stuff fluid right now. But this Trump talking about a little bit today.
We can say, Jason, this is regime change, right?
What makes you trust them?
I don't trust anybody. I don't trust you. I mean, that's only because I know you. But if I didn't know you, I'd probably have more trust. But I don't trust anyone.
Why bother
Why do
talking
you?
to them
Why
at
do
all?
you say that? Why do you say what makes you trust? Do you think I trust them? I don't trust them
Why bother talking to them?
because they're going to make a deal. They're going to make a deal. We can say,
So this is another part that he said. Hold on, let me
oil and gas.
we're gonna rewind that. So I should have used this one first, then the next one. Here we go.
Because they're going to make a deal. They're
What's the same one?
going to make a deal. They did something yesterday that was amazing, actually. They gave us a present, and the present arrived today. And it was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is, but it was a very significant prize. And they gave it to us, and they said they were going to give it. So that meant one thing to me: we're dealing with the right people.
Is that nuclear related?
No, it wasn't nuclear related. It was oil and gas related. And it was a very nice thing they did. But what it showed me is that we're dealing with the right people. Because, you don't know, because the leadership was killed, all gone. Khomeini, all gone, as the expression goes, the past supreme leader.
Yeah.
And then the new supreme leader was racked up, at a minimum, racked up pretty good. And everyone else was gone. And then many of the people in the third tier, because they're going to make a deal.
So yeah, so everything over there is just okay. Yeah, everything else just up in the air. They doing a little negotiation going on right now. Apparently it's a ceasefire happening. So everything right now has been going on talking about the big news now is concerning with the TSA, which we're gonna get into some of the other news we got, and what's going on with the we have a partial government shutdown or something of that nature, and they arguing over the SAVE Act. So this is Cory Booker talking about the SAVE Act. You take everything with a grain of salt. Man, this is crazy. I heard a little bit of this, but hey.
Trump's usual bluster. He has again made this grand statement: I'm not going to sign any bill that comes to me unless the SAVE Act comes to me first. The SAVE Act is a massive voter suppression bill that would make it very difficult for millions of Americans, especially women who have changed their name on their birth certificate no longer matches the name on their real ID or driver's license. It would cause chaos to voting and really shrink the voting rolls 5 or 10%. Given the effect it would have. I was talking to a retired, very moderate senator yesterday. We were both laughing. Democrats should just be quiet and let somebody like Lisa Murkowski, who did a big chart, big state of Alaska she put up in her speech and just showed what the SAVE Act would do to voters, making them have to hop on planes, fly across her state, which is pretty vast, just to be able to present identification at the right place. We do not need voter suppression in the United States of America, and we do not need another.
All right. That's BS. Number one, if you anybody ever been married, right? There's a thing called marriage license. Last time I checked. And the marriage license verifies everything going on with your maiden name, your the name you got now, after that and everything, how you doing, Lucas? And all of it. It verifies everything. So like last time I checked, man, let me do some, make sure I got this right. I'm pretty sure they can use a marriage license. Say, I'm not buying that. Because right now it's yeah, I mean, I'm not buying none of that because that don't even sound right. Like, because you got marriage license. Oh, I salute to you. Appreciate that. You have marriage license stuff, and they got your maiden name in the new name you're going to. So that verifies it, and the county will verify that. So I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding what they argument on that, man. Unless there's some other piece of the act that says hey, the marriage license don't count. I don't know, man. That don't sound kosher to me.
Scheme from Donald Trump, who's still litigating his 2020 loss. Another scheme by him that would make it more difficult for Americans.
Oh, that's a little shot. Okay. So that's been a big thing about the
that has been the negotiation.
That's been a big thing about the whole save back and everything. Like they trying to gaslight everybody, saying, "Well, you gotta do this to vote, do this to vote, and all this stuff." And like, I mean, come on, man. I don't buy it.
The negotiation
Because
didn't have a.
Here's my thing, right? If it did all that, right? Let's hypothetically say they did everything they said, right? If you wanted something to get everybody on board to vote for you, the Democrats will rally to vote for that on the midterms. Oh, what's up, JLC? It doesn't make sense. Like you saying, well, married women ain't gonna be able to vote when you have a marriage license. It just doesn't make, it really don't make any sense. And plus, like, I don't know, it don't sound right.
The negotiation didn't have a path to citizenship. It was entirely on their terms in order to get you.
And this is about some more of the border spending bill, a lot of spending bill going on right now.
Ukraine funding, right?
Well, I mean, Chris, that's been a failed play for 20 years. So right. You are right that has been the Democratic strategy for 30 years, maybe. And it has failed to deliver for the people we care about most, the undocumented Americans that are in this country.
The negotiation.
So they just gonna openly say, I mean, this fucking on Chris Murphy, man. Come on, you gonna openly say that y'all biggest priority is the undocumented folks here? That's fucking backwards as hell. Yeah, hey, these people ain't for you, man. Especially if you big black people that want to roll with Democrats and everything, man. Want to tell me how dumb I am for not like buying into the bullshit? They openly said, "Hey, we don't need y'all. Y'all not our big priority anymore." And speaking more about the bill, like the spending bills and stuff going on right now. Here's some more stuff. And the big thing now being, Trump ordered the ICE agents to start helping the TSA because like they it's part of the spending stuff that's been like people been hurting the TSA agents. That's why like in Houston they've been having like big like lines around the corner and all that stuff for people trying to fly out from the spring break down there, which that's a whole nother discussion to be made about like what went down there with the rodeo and everything. And I might do a fish fry on that, but Trump ordered the ICE agents to help TSA out, and this is what happened. And this ain't in, by the way.
Well, there may be a celebration here at the airport before it's all said and done, especially for the folks who've been working nonstop, extra shifts. If you look right here, you can see this is the main checkpoint almost no lines, no waiting, Sarah. And it's unbelievable at this point. This morning started briskly with a lot of people showing up here at the airport. Lines were long. People were waiting about an hour. But when that rush hour went away pretty quickly this morning, we ended up with this. And there seems to be more lines open than normal right now with the TSA workers here breezing people through. In fact, a lot of folks have been showing up shocked at how short the lines are. Take a listen to some of the folks we talked to this morning.
I don't see how extra security could be bad, you know. I mean, they're going to help out and, you know, make things move a little faster. But whether they're doing that or not, we don't know. But extra security is always good to me.
I mean, you think it's not going to be that bad, but then you get here and, you know, you think, oh man, it really is as bad as they say it is.
So there's a bit of a mix here. So when people were showing up and going right into the TSA pre-check line, a lot of them weren't even checking the main checkpoint line. That line has been open and moving pretty quickly. Some folks just get so used to going to the line they go to, they didn't even check to see what that's like. We've also seen those ICE agents moving through today. A lot of folks are saying they're very pleasant. Look, they're not wearing masks. In fact, on this line right here, you can see two of them standing behind the TSA agents. I'm not sure we can get complete focus on that, but just wanted to show you that they've been walking around the perimeter. Atlanta police have also been added to this equation in terms of showing up extra patrols. But the story right now, Sarah, quite honestly, is the fact that the lines have disappeared. We haven't seen this like in a.
Well played, Trump. And it's weird that nobody going to the airports now when ICE is there. Now, it could have been a lot of the main traffic was when like the end of spring break and everybody like flooded. And I don't think Atlanta had like a big spring break thing going on as much as like your Houstons, your Daytonas and stuff like that anyway. So the Atlanta it's gonna be you know part of the spring break situation there, but it's just kind of like how like in Dallas, right? We had a lot of car traffic because of Texas 2K, and then we had like before that Texas 2K is like a big like one of the biggest car enthusiast events in the country, and we had salute to you, Phoenix. We actually had it down here. So like that in the Indy race, into spring break in general, because like a lot of people come down here for spring break, especially like going to Six Flags or you know maybe like I said, Texas 2K was down here. I think we had like a couple rodeos and stuff like that too. So yeah, we usually don't get that much traffic, but we got a lot this year. Man, it was a lot of cops. I said that yesterday. It was a lot of cops this weekend. Like I didn't even want to get out with my Mustang, like I usually would. Like when big car meet thing happened. Like I remember one year, Mustang Week was in Dallas. It was the same place they had Texas 2K and shit. I had fun that week, boy. That one with my old Mustang. But yeah, back to this. Maybe the rush is gone, or maybe we in political year, right? Anything happens on a crazy level, like big events like this, you have to put aside the fact that might be plants at the. I mean, it might be like a coordinated event to overload the situation. You always got to put that in the back burner, like, hey, this could be one of those situations. Hey, you know, because right now it's all about political posturing, and that's what's going on with, like I said, with now Trump got to use the ICE agents for TSA. So it's all play, man. Like they need chaos to reign free. So here's some more. This from Fox News. Hold up.
Bother anybody, I'm okay. I was concerned about people. So they're not bothering us. Let's get it done.
I like that they're here. I think that it's allowing us to move and get to where we need to go.
It's kind of scary in a sense.
Hold on. My shit just froze? Oh, that's the video. Okay.
Because you don't know what to expect with ICE.
As long as they can help us move a little bit faster, maybe they can take some of the work off the TSA agents as far as, general security. I'm all for it.
Bother anybody?
So yeah, hey, just well played, Trump. Like I would say this is a mixture of it's actually good PR for ICE. They're not doing anything untoward. They're not dealing with no crazy white liberal that want to get in front, that run around in the car or whatever, do some craziness, get in their way. And everything, I mean, they were dealing with like regular Americans. No, there was no, I personally believe that they didn't have time to like organize on that front. They probably didn't even think he was going to do that. So it ended up being a win for him. So speaking of TSA, this is what you call a segue. So they got the video of the plane crash. So apparently we'll hear it, and I think I got this is sad though. Let's see.
Was the vehicle needed to cross the runway? Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower. Truck 1 and Company. Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower, requesting to cross 4 at Delta. Truck 1 and Company, cross 4 at Delta. Truck 1 and Company, 4 at Delta. Frontier 4195, just stop there, please. Stop. Truck 1, stop.
Man, it's sad.
Stop, Truck 1, stop. Stop, Truck 1, stop.
I'm pilots say.
Delta 2603, go around, runway heading 2000. 646. 646, I see you collide with vehicle there's a full position. I know you can't move. The vehicles are responding to you now. Fuck.
Is the runway closed?
Delta 2603, go around, runway heading 2000.
Heading 2000, go around, Delta 2603.
Man, that's crazy. So, man, like, them trucks are pretty much riding away. Let me see that. I think they got a timeline. Yeah, it's sad. There's a lot of people speculating. Let me I had something else. They actually got a timeline on that. All right, the CBS News.
Now open in your neighborhood. So, hand off your taxes to an expert today.
Oh my God.
Now
they're doing long extended ads now.
And all of the police response there. 2 killed, dozens more injured. This is an Air Canada Express plane. It crashed right into a fire rescue truck. Happened late last night. In fact, video to our monitors showed the plane took enormous damage. That is the jet's nose, just tore to shreds. At this point, LaGuardia remains closed until at least 2 p.m. Eastern, only adding to the travel headaches. The stories coming, though, from this are a tragedy and harrowing at that. Here's what a witness saw and heard.
The pilot came on and said there's been an accident with an Air Canada and a fire truck. I looked to my right out my window. I saw some emergency vehicles approaching. I didn't see a plane yet, and I looked to my north a little further, and I could see a plane propped up. It looked like it was almost like lifting off, but it was stationary. We got a really good view of the plane missing the whole front nose.
So as LaGuardia continues to be shut down for some time, let's go live there. CBS News correspondent Tom Hansen, the wreckage there behind you, Tom. A lot of focus on those last seconds right before that crash. What are you hearing and learning?
Oh, well, those seconds are going to be key in this investigation to figure out exactly what went wrong. Here's what we know so far, Reed. There was a United Airlines flight that reported an odor, and so there was an emergency vehicle that was going to check that out that was being guided by air traffic control, and that's when this crash happened. But I just want to give you a sense of how dramatic this imagery is behind us. You can see that there are still
Man.
some emergency vehicles. As you may recall last hour, Reed, there were a lot more than there are now. So presumably they are gathering evidence. They are clearing out the area, and hopefully they are going to get things back up and running by this afternoon. But significant delays in the process. But you can just see how that plane is off its center of gravity, and then there is the truck right there that appears to be flipped over. This was not a small crash by any stretch of the imagination. Just a little more information on the plane. Officials say it was an Air Canada Express flight from Montreal. It had landed. This is on runway 4. This is a CRJ 900 Bombardier
messed up,
that carried
real.
72 passengers, 4 crew members. As you mentioned, those 2 pilots did die in this accident. Obviously, the impact, very significant damage to the nose. You can also see part of the wing is fallen off of the plane. And so this was not a small crash, certainly a scary moment for all of those involved, Reed.
Yeah, and Tom, I'm looking at your live video there of that airplane, and you can, as you say, see that the nose is tore off. But, I mean, the damage goes all the way back to that first window where we can presume a passenger would have been seated. Do we know anything about the victims and their injuries rushed to hospitals?
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, CBS News New York is reporting 42 people were rushed to Elmhurst Hospital, which is...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of concussions and stuff. We'll have to go deep into that. It's just a sad situation. Man, like right now, with just with air travel right now, man, like they're going to have to clean a lot of stuff up and it's really overall. It's a lot of it's still a lot of stuff that needs to be tinkered out from like the last administration and like the lack of standards and stuff. Like that gotta get cleaned up, man. Cause like that should have been somebody dropped the ball there. That should have been somebody should have known that truck was gonna be there. The truck should have known somebody's landing. It was a miscommunication somewhere, and that could have ended up being a real bad thing. Cause man, it's crazy though. Like if y'all don't know, like I traveled a lot younger because my mom was a travel agent once upon a time back in the day. We used to have travel agent. So like I'm accustomed. I've been flying since I was like in elementary school and stuff, man. Like with my mom and like with family and stuff like that. And like especially having people that in the air travel business, like they are very stringent. No matter what race, whatever you doing, that they have a standard. And from what I've been hearing, like the standard been like kind of lowered a bit. And they just gotta fix that, man. Like you have to have things like air travel, things like anything with transportation, you gotta have a high standard. You can't go off feels and emotions. You gotta, people gotta be qualified to doing things, man, because that's that's a lot of money. That's a lot of lives that's in your hands, man. Like, and we gotta get that fixed and everything. For real. One good thing, man, the pilot, they were good enough to nobody passed but them. They pretty much saved that whole crew. People got hurt, of course, because anytime, force like that meets, that type of impact, you're gonna have some type of nicks and scratches and whatnot. Or worst case, maybe a broken bone or concussion or something like that, which isn't good, but we gotta get this transportation in general. Anything dealing with mass transportation, you have to be on the up and up. Can't play around with that, man. Real talk. It gotta work like clockwork. Safety gotta be the number one. The number one thing. The maintenance of these planes gotta be up to par. Can't skip on that, man. Cause like other countries, they lose planes a lot. Like we don't hear about it. Like some of these other airlines outside the country, and really, it was at one point like a plane crash was so rare. Like you could have won at one point. You could have won a lottery for a plane crash, in like a couple years ago, because like that the safety measures and the professionalism and everything was so top notch on that. Because like it went through a little spell. Like TWA literally went out of business because they had so many either hijackings or situations with airplanes getting crashing. Like I remember that the last crash I remember, I want to say it was around when the 96 Olympics happened, and it was crazy because like you had the TWA flight. I forgot what that called. That went down, and I remember this because my mom she was a travel agent, and then she was kind of moonlight back in the gap. She was moonlighting for American Airlines. You don't know American Airlines is stationed down here. It's the headquarters down here and everything. So she was doing a little bit of both, right? Making that money. And like if you work at American Airlines, you hear about everything going on in the airline business. That's no different than if you any other industry, you know. So yeah, TWA ended up going out of business after that, man. A little bit either there shortly after. So I got a couple more stories. Yeah, pray for the people, them victims, man. Like, hopefully, it's just. I hope the worst came out of that, out of the injuries. Maybe, uh, maybe a slight concussion. That's why I want the worst. I don't want it, something they can recover from, man. Broken bones, so that ain't fun either. And I bet that's gonna traumatize them for life. Like you're in a small plane and that happened. And small planes are notorious unless you're in a Lear jet or something like that. Those not fun fly. Like flying small jets is not fun to me. Uh, so I don't get off that, man, because that bring back memories. So here's some more Congress stuff and immigration stuff. This is JB Pritzker out of Chicago. He kind of stepped in there apparently, but let's hear what God's saying.
I agree. There have been real failures. Those failures, of course, extend beyond the borders of Illinois. They're national failures, a failure to have comprehensive immigration reform, a failure of the president to follow his own edict to go after the worst of the worst.
Illinois Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker pointing the finger at President Trump while addressing the murder of 18-year-old Loyola University student Sheridan Gorman. The suspected killer, an illegal immigrant with priors, but Pritzker's condolences may be too little too late for the freshman's family who have promised justice for Sheridan.
I agree. There have been real failures.
See, this goes back to my point earlier about everything being political right now because this is a midterm year and they're like scrambling to get any type of motion to go after Trump with. And this type of stuff is you're gonna get like, you're gonna blame. It's political. They use every tragedy to make a political point. It's sickening, to be honest with you. So with that being said, let's see how that shit's working right now. This is some from CNN. So with that being said, like Phoenix, I got you. Oh my bad. Oh, that's the wrong one. What's up, Phoenix?
What it do, Shawty?
Not much, man. I want to do an album because I want to get this
Right.
Daredevil. I got Daredevil. The new episode just dropped today.
Well, don't let me stand in your way.
Yeah. So salute. By the way, before we get further, how have you been today? Has it been peachy? Been good?
It's been a day, but I am here.
Yeah, I
Yep.
understand that.
And yourself?
Pretty chill. I got
Yeah.
up early. I got up early,
Right.
man. Shit. Worked and did a little cardio work. That's why I got this on. Working my tan a little bit in the sun. Get the
Oh,
vitamin D to
Lord.
get. Yeah. Pause. I'll get, I gotta get right for, I'm 40, gotta be 42, gotta get right.
Right. I feel you.
Salute to you. Salute to working
Mm-hmm.
out.
Right.
What's-
Menopause is a bitch. Anywho.
What you say? Oh shit! Oh damn! I didn't know. I didn't know about that. I'm sorry.
Me
I
either.
apologize.
Me either.
All
But
right.
apparently, they have this thing called perimenopause that you can just go through at random. I don't get it. I
Oh
don't
shit.
get it.
Well, let's go to this.
How are voters feeling about Democrats right now?
Yeah, I mean, Democrats in the minds of the American public are lower than the Dead Sea. What are we talking about here? Well, let's take a look. The net approval rating for Democrats in Congress, you said it, Kate Baldwin, the lowest ever. Look at this. Overall, they are 55 points underwater. Their approval rating is south of 20%. It's even worse when you look at independents. Look at this. Negative 61 points. That means that their
Not
approval rating
negative.
is 61
Damn.
points lower than their disapproval rating.
So this is why everything's political with them right now.
Okay. So let's get back to what Pritzker said because he's trying to blame the president on his actual failures, saying that it is Donald Trump's fault that he's not going to take care of the worst of the worst. Was he not the governor blocking the president from coming to Chicago? Did he not give his officers a stand down order telling them not to help ICE if they come? Did they not try to get an injunction for ICE to not even go to Chicago and pick up anybody? And did that motherfucker, because of his policies and the mayor's policies, lose a whole football team that's been there since the beginning?
All right. To go with what you just said,
How is any of that Trump's fault?
Hold on. Illinois.
That was my question.
I'm giving you grace. You're right. To answer your the ICE stuff, he opposed it. I would say vividly. Why am I got talking right? It always happen when I'm on stream. It always
CP3
happen
must be at the gas station just mad as hell at the pump right now.
Hey, they could be mad. Hey, oh yeah, you probably wasn't here. Here CB3. So let's break this real quick. You probably wasn't here.
Funny yakking ass.
Make a deal. They did something yesterday that was amazing. Actually, they gave us a present, and the present arrived today. It was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is, but it was a very significant prize. And they gave it to us, and they said they were going to give it. So that meant one thing to me: we're dealing with the right people. No, it wasn't nuclear related. It was oil and gas related.
You hear that? So we're gonna see. We gonna see. It's what we all hey, yep, we gonna see. That's why I'm like, I'm chilling. Hey, it hurt me too, because I have tank right now for me, and I gotta use premium on my Mustang. Man, I thought we made like, all right, man, I gotta use premium. At least Trump in there, we're gonna, it'd be down 230. It was like down 280, then that shit went down. So that's another story. So hey, know what I'm saying? It was $40 when I filled it up the other day. I'm like, God damn, it hurt my heart. Well, yeah, there it is. You better hey, you gotta have tank. We gotta use premium. You better get your ass on that. You gotta stop what you're doing. Go get your ass some gas. That's another story. But hey, let's get back to this. Got anything on that before I start?
Oh no, I'm waiting on your response for the all the questions I had. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted. Yeah,
You did.
Yeah, he was so against ICE. Called it authoritarian tactics, and he was just harassing civilians. He was just doing everything. Threatening legal action against agents. create a commission to document their actions, pledge to protect Illinois residents from federal overreach. Like they were going to.
And wasn't he the same governor and the mayor and old boy as the mayor? Wasn't they the same one saying, "Oh no, Chicago is not violent"? I don't know what they talking about, these
Brandon,
illegal aliens.
Brandon.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the citizens of Chicago was at every town hall meeting cussing out everybody. If you don't get these people up out of here, why my taxes gotta go sky fucking high? Because you decided to keep these people here. You already said you're not gonna raise our taxes. Property taxes sky high now for no daggone reason. The same house, the same amount of land, but for some reason the property taxes went up. They ain't get nothing. They ain't get nothing extra. Why should you?
They tripping in Illinois. I couldn't stay in Chicago. I couldn't do it.
And it was like, no, these are the citizens. They not citizens because they ain't got a social security number. And if they do, it's from a dead person that's been dead for over 20 daggone years.
And
Y'all
that's
better
why
check on your people's information and see if it's still out there and being used. I promise you.
That's why they're against the save back. Because here's the thing. They argument now, Cory Booker just said this. I just played it. Talking about, well, if you're married, you want to go do this and do this and do this to prove your citizenship. All right, that's bullshit. Because there's a thing called marriage license. And because I'm married, I know the marriage license is gonna have let's say you married. You're gonna have your main name and the name you're going to on that bitch. And the county gonna have records of that.
I got one better for you. You know what they're saying about the marriage license? It's hard for women to get get their voter ID because what's on their birth certificate is not what's on their actual license. They changed the name. Well, yeah, you know how they get past that the same way they get their passport. They bring the marriage certificate.
Both of them.
Hey, Sassy.
What's up, Sassy?
So I'm so confused as to why all of a sudden all this stuff is so hard. It's so hard. The same.
This is what they call a gaslight. They gaslighting. Oh, it's gonna be so hard.
But no, the tragic part is people actually know this if they use their common sense, but they so busy following what other people say they forget. It's like, dog, you have a birth certificate, an ID, and a marriage certificate. You have to take that to the DMV to get your ID.
Exactly.
When you change your name, you take your marriage certificate with your birth certificate, and you say, "Hey, I need to add this, or
In some
change
cases,
my last name."
in some cases, take a bill with you. I mean, hold on, yeah, you could just, yeah, exactly. So I'm like, they just making up shit, man. It's cool, Sassy. I appreciate that, man. Hey, I love the company here, man. We keep it positive. I just want to inform people.
He don't keep it positive. He be messing with me every day.
Man, it'd be some funny shit though. It'd be some funny shit. Because here's the thing,
Sassy,
man.
he had me read something about a quadruple amputee that shot somebody, and I'm still trying to figure out. And how he drive off and get away, I don't know. This man ain't got no arms and no legs, but somehow he got to murder somebody. I'm sorry, he gets to pop somebody, and he drove off in a getaway car.
Hey, me and my wife, like, after I sent that to KB, I put that on my computer. I was like, hey, KB had a I was like, yeah, you gotta watch this, man.
Yeah, I seen that because you tagged me in it, and don't do that crap no more.
Why not?
I've already seen that, and I told you was not gonna drag me down with this mess because I feel like I'm being punked by Ashton Kutcher. We not doing that.
Look, I needed your heavenly guidance
No,
on
the only the Lord can give you that one. I ain't
man,
got nothing for you.
I was saying this stuff with a straight face. You know what? Just the epiphany I had on this. I'm not talking bad about Ronda Jones anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they could use that nub now. So I didn't know that.
Especially for real. And he had the nerve to try to have me read about it. If
oh yeah.
First line, I I got out of there. Like, no, you ain't about to do this to me.
Man, hey, this is what happened. This is exactly what happened. I saw that. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. Then my old lady, she texted me right before I started. Like 10 minutes before I started. She's like, Taryn, you see this story? I was like, I was gonna bypass it, but since you asked me this, because she got the same sense of humor I do. Then my sister-in-law, they actually, you know that little clip I have with like the African dudes, one with the locks and the other one, and they asking like cringe questions to like get people to break, getting them each other a break.
Yeah.
So we literally was just doing that. So I'm like, I was just asking questions. I was like, so let's see. All right. So what caliber a half a eighth of an arm can actually aim and shoot with? Did she'll brawl out and say something to me? We were just doing that all night last night until we like, all right, let's go to bed. Let's go to bed.
And again, that is a sign of stupidity being contagious because you actually tried to figure this mess out and going down a hole and feeling all your brain cells burning slowly, one by one.
It's a creative experience, man.
No, dog. No.
And the thing is, the fact that if I could say the stuff straight face, that means I'm not going to hell. See, if I was laughing at every damn thing, I would be like, well, I need to really go repent. I might have an evil heart, but I'm gonna actually ask. I didn't do this with I didn't do this with my cousin because like he's super serious. But I think I could make him break. Cause every now and then I make him break. It's like he's super serious, but I would say something esoteric. See, if you ever watch ATL, not ATL, Atlanta on FX with Donald Glover and Steinfeld, what's that dude name? You ever seen that show?
What is it called?
Atlanta on FX.
Oh, I've seen it. I haven't watched it. Didn't they stop that show?
So in my fan group in real life, I'm that dude that always come up with the weird shit, the weird thing. Like if I really want to just, I've been that dude all my life. Like me and my brother, we talking. I just say something off the wall, and he just stare at me like, "What the?" He give me the "what the fuck" look. Like, but
I can imagine because I give you that a lot too to hear.
But the thing is, though, like a lot of this stuff, especially with the lesbian activists that came in there, that shit trickles down. That shit does trickle down. That's thing you know, we talking about safe spaces. And we, you know, some people in our sector start accepting shit. We got to nip at the bud. That's the reason I started doing this. I started hearing things. You know, I said this already. So it did.
You getting way off the subject.
Yeah.
Quinnipiac has been polling this question for the better part of the 21st century. They have never found Democrats, at least those in Congress, in worse shape than they are right now.
How are voters feeling about Democrats?
You don't know what? And I tell some of my, people that's still on the plantation about this. I was like, hey, the biggest mistake the Democrats did when Trump got in there with the popular vote in electoral college, that is a mandate. So there's only one thing you do when there's an overall mandate. You do as much as you can to work with that president to something you have to stand on. You know what I'm saying? When the
That's how it used to be.
Yeah, Republicans did that with Obama. Like they roll it. They let a lot of stuff like some of the climate change stuff, some of the EPA stuff. They did the solar panels, all that stuff, all that. But they had to stand on it when it got to Obamacare, because they did not want Dems didn't want to work with some of the people, some of the like middle road Republicans to try to make it more market based. They didn't want to work with them. Do whatever, man. Like, hey, that's the mandate. If you got a popular vote in the electoral college, that's a mandate. You could sit up here and say percentages and this and that. Look, I'm telling you, this is what they should have did. The two things they should have did. Number one, the immigration is whooping their ass too. Look at the cities, like a lot of the crime, a lot of the homelessness and everything. You would have cleaned that up, and work with him economically on a lot of issues. Then when the Iran stuff hit, you got something to fight them on, because like, okay, that's something that you can make an argument. That's something you promised not to get us in no more new wars and all that stuff. They could have ripped that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely right. And the
Hold
thing
on.
is, the
Let me answer this. It matters. If we're watching sports and you win by 2 points, you can't call it an upset. First of all, yeah, you can't call it upset. Let's say if PV beat Alabama in football, yeah, and they won by 2 points, that's an upset. So that by definition, that's wrong. You can't call it a lopsided win. No, I mean, it's gonna be a devastating win. It's gonna be a devastating loss for Alabama because they weren't supposed to lose like that. So that's a bad analogy. And even in sports, doesn't work. Like, you have people that not supposed to even be in that space winning this way. Yeah, it's a mandate. I hate to. I'm just being straight up with you. All right, I'm sorry, Phoenix. I got off track.
That's all right. I don't know who the hell you talking to, because they probably in a vertical. Anyway, the thing about the Democrats is they still think we are just going to accept anything, well, the majority that has been still accept anything that they tell them. It's like you can see the things in front of you, and you can tell that a person is actually lying to you, but you rather believe the lie.
And
it's like I could see town hall meetings from Chicago of the citizens complaining about the illegal aliens. I
Yep.
could see the town hall meetings where the Chicago residents is talking about how they taxes is being and it's on the news, not it's literally on the news here. So, but you rather listen to the governor. Oh yeah, see me, I'm out here having ice cream. Yeah, in the suburbs by the water where the heavy police presence is.
Yeah, you gonna have
On top of your security detail,
and everything.
like on top of your security detail. Sir, ain't nobody stupid. We can go to the movies. We walking up and down the riverfront. Yes, where there is heavy police presence on top of your security detail. Like, can't nobody be that. No, no. Mm-mm.
And
But
it hurts when now, like, your main base is now just really talking about the T issues still, which that's vastly unpopular. And like,
yeah,
it's nobody talking about the environment anymore. That's weird that happened. Like, a matter of fact, they mad that we taking away oil from somebody. They're supposed to be like the utopia. It's correct. We in the twilight. It's almost like all that shit they say is bullshit.
it is. But then you still have people out here like, well, the governor said it's not, it's not dangerous, so it must not be. They ain't got no reason to lie. They have every reason to lie. And whoever came up with that phrase, why would I lie? Anybody that says that be lying their ass off.
Oh,
Can we be real?
Uh-huh. Why would I lie?
As soon as somebody say, why would I lie? You lying.
They ass off.
Like, you are completely fucking lying. And I don't understand why you would lie, because I have no heaven or hell to put you in. But the person that does, they know you lying.
And
So what's the purpose of lying?
And there's another problem they got, right? The left right now have a masculinity problem, and they pushing dudes away. Like, and this goes with this video I'm about to show you. They pushing dudes away. Like, they're not even valuing our voice, because in reality, and this goes to our community, because this is where they're getting this shit from. They pushing our voice away. I'm talking about black men voice away, because it's been designed for y'all for the whole system to value y'all voice over us. We talked KB and them were talking about this morning. But I get look, not everybody. I'm not
No,
saying
I know.
everybody.
Now that I heard that, but
Yeah.
I'm not speaking on that at all. Yeah, I'm not speaking in that context at all.
I'm just saying what it was designed to do. Because like if they keep, I'm talking about in theory, if they keep what majority of black women in line and have them in good position of power and everything, our vote is like null and void, damn near, because it's gonna be a segment of black men going go with that. It's gonna be a segment going elsewhere. It's gonna be a segment not even voting at all, and then we're gonna be on the bottom of the totem pole, liberal totem pole, I should say, because like they don't only want to look at power dynamics like that anyway. You know what I mean? They're not looking at the individual at all. So
yeah,
that's why if I say something about one person in our community, it's a solidarity movement against me for saying something about that one person in our community. Because they look at power dynamics. We all gotta be together. We all gotta be solid. We all gotta do is we can't call each other out. We can't call each other out about like abuse in our community and what we do to what we do to our successful black men compared to other races. We can't talk about that. This make us look weak, apparently, but you screwing over your young bright stars coming up. That's not looking weak in the community. That's a whole nother story. We go. That's a whole nother thing right there. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. My issue would be I've seen too many, again, because I be watching stuff. I've seen too many clips in the news reports and posts on social media where women or girls are complaining about grown men who identify quote unquote as women. They get to use the same restroom. They get to be in female spaces. And females are complaining, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this. This is outrageous. Like, I come in the locker room, I don't want to see penis swinging because he say I'm a chick. Like, I don't know a chick with,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
And then they like, well, it's nothing we can do because they say they're a woman.
Yep.
Sir, ma'am, ma'am, sir.
And
Just because they say they are.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about my daughters, man. Like, God knew to give me daughters because I'm not even. I'm going to jail. I'm keeping a buck with y'all. I'm going to jail. I hate to say that.
That is so flipping ridiculous. It's like neither one of us has any real rights, and then we supposed to put up with complete and total lies. Like, I commended Candace Owens when she went on Hollywood Unlocked because Jason Lee was looking for a gotcha moment, and she gave it to him, but not in the way he was looking for one.
When was this? When did this happen?
It was last year, I think it was.
Okay, yeah.
When she said, when he was like, but trans women are women, she was like, okay, well, Rachel Dolezal is black.
Oh yeah,
He said, no, she's not. No. If you want me to accept a man to walk around here saying he a woman as a woman, then Rachel Dolezal, because she identified as a black woman, and she's a black woman. He's like, that's crazy. Yeah, duh. There you go. There you have it. It is crazy. So just because a man say he's a woman does not make him a woman. The
Now, Rachel,
same way.
we got a joke on Loaded She Knows All now. We had a meeting at the barbershop. We had a meeting at the barbershop. It was
Not a
like,
meeting at the
all right,
barbershop.
we had the hood delegation had to convene, and then her OnlyFans dropped, and everybody had like, all right, she crazy as hell, but she like somebody ain't in this motherfucker. Now we're gonna have to vote on this because we usually wouldn't vote on that shit, but she gave a compelling case, and it was a tight, and she won by like, and we did recount. She won by like 10 votes. She got in. It was a hard. It was one of the year. It was one of the year 2000 situation. They, what's the paper ballots wasn't the hanging chads, or a lot of hanging chads. It was a little weird, but hey, we figured that out, and it went through recount, and she got in. She got in slightly. You know what I mean? Now all the trend, they ain't getting in, man. It's a mandate against them, man. It is what it is. We don't need no tricks in situation. We like everything organic, like God made it, man. But she got herself in there slightly. Literally, we
just
did
a little bit.
We was in the bar, like, all right, let's keep it a buck. We got family in Louisiana that's that color.
Oh, so we saying she Creole? That's what we doing? She Creole now?
All right.
She'd have been better off saying that.
Man, hey, she looked like, man, it's so many. Like, I got a whole family full of like sisters that cousins look like that. But like I said, it's crazy. She batshit crazy, but we slightly gave her a pass. So we're like, all right, she ain't saying nothing crazy. She mind her own business. It was a crazy story when it came out. All right, whatever. But yeah. So that's the only thing. It's more of a joke than anything. It was a fun discussion. It was a fun ass discussion. That was a joke though.
I'm sure.
But yeah, the thing I gotta say though, everybody getting so emotional about this politics right now. It's been I'm honestly not sure if it's been like that since before Charlie Kirk situation. So this young man was talking about, and this is a microcosm of what's going on in our community in a lot of places, in even our sector.
My female cousin just did this to me because I said Jasmine Crockett is an idiot. My female cousin, my hard R female Kamala Harris, Jasmine Crockett voting for cousin, did this because I said Jasmine Crockett is an idiot. And then I simply said to her, who do you think? Mind you, I used to like Jasmine Crockett because she's black. And then I listened to her. I was like, oh, this girl dumb. Like, do you know how much of an idiot you have to be as a black person to grow up in a good household and want to play ghetto for the internet and for people on TV? So then we was arguing, and I'm leaving. I'm on the way out the door. And she slapped me and then tried to like scratch me. Like she came at me like I was a girl that she was fighting. So I tackled her, held her down. I used to wrestle in school. Can't no girl hurt me unless you got a weapon. Like, you're a girl, I'm a man. I used to wrestle. And both my mama and my auntie right there, she's yelling at them, get him off of me. What are you going to do? Liberals love talking about how the other side is so bad. But this is what they do when you simply ask them a logical question. And do you know what made her lose her composure so much? Was when I said, who do you think watches Jasmine Crockett more? The person whose job is to be on the internet, or the person who watches them in their free time? She said, you don't think I can watch her? I said, you see, this is what y'all do. I ask you a simple question and you can't answer it. And then she just, and look at my face. She lucky I ain't some bitch ass man.
Good night, Miss Sassy.
Good night, Sassy. Sassy. Hey, speaking of sassy, he's a little sassy. We stipulate that, right? Yeah, I mean, he cool, but yeah, let's keep it a buck. But like,
yeah,
the emotion side, man. Like, and I'll keep it a buck with you. I actually like her over the new they voted just because how crazy he is. He's using the Bible to justify his craziness.
Who's using the Bible to justify their crazy?
You remember I was talking about a couple weeks ago when the primary thing was happening, and like we were going through the other dude, I forgot his name. She was going against for the Texas Senate, not Texas Senate, but the Senate seat in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like quoting the Bible about saying that Jesus was non-binary and all kinds of crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had an epiphany. I was like, oh, she might be abrasive.
Absolutely.
She might be but I know
He
this.
is definitely part of the family.
Oh shit. I came to the conclusion like I could kind of deal with her because she want to be hood. You putting things in hood terms about money and everything. She might go with it. I don't think she's a true believer. She's like the social media presence and doing that. She might end up being corrupt. Both of them probably gonna be corrupt. Let's call it a buck. Anyway.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be in a different way. He's gonna be pushing trans and LGBTQ, even as a supposed pastor. He's gonna be pushing all of that,
Yep.
and also, because you guys are by a border, and he's gonna be like, yeah, let's do the sanctuary city thing and all that good stuff. And Jasmine Crockett don't give a damn about nobody but Jasmine Crockett.
And then you
She
could
want to be in front of the camera, cussing folks out like she's somebody mama.
again you could
Yep.
and you could work. You could play politics and get her to do what you need her to do. Like you could play with that. He's a true believer. That motherfucker's a true believer. When you over here manipulating the Bible to go with your political views, come on, man, that's different. That's another level there. So let's read.
And who wants to hit a woman? I never want to get physical with a woman, ever. I don't like violence, period, much less with a woman. And if I was the type of bitch ass man that was looking for a reason to hit a woman, she'd be waking up off that floor instead of getting up because I let her up. You know, I might as well finish this read while I'm waiting on the police. You that much of a fangirl for this blithering idiot that you gonna assault your cousin over it? You that much of a fangirl of a dumbass bitch, you stupid, ignorant bitch. Avery Lynn Boyd, you dumbass heifer, you.
Damn.
You that much of a. That's why your dumbass can't keep a man. You ain't never even had no real boyfriend. And you 30 something. 30. How old is you? 35.
Damn.
Ain't never had no real man. Cause you don't know how to talk to nobody. Nobody want to deal with your weird ass. Weird as hell out here. 35, never had no real boyfriend. And you ain't even fat. You cute. And you in Chicago, the home of the thirstiest niggas around.
Wait,
and
time out.
Damn.
Time out. She got this reaction. She ain't even in Texas.
What? My God, today.
I understand. Like I'm in Texas. I understand. Like I had cousins rallying for her and everything, right?
He said the home of the thirstiest nigga. What she
I don't know nothing about Chicago niggas and anything. Hey, you know what?
right? Hey neighbor. Yeah.
You know what? I think that's the home of the thirst, period. Because
Listen.
man,
They got plenty of eat to drink. They
think
do a
about-
taste fest every year.
like. Oh, okay.
Might actually go to one this year.
Man, like I remember like chicks that came down here from Chicago and never been to Texas, how thirsty they was. So I was like, oh, it might just literally be the desert up there. It just, I don't know, man. Or maybe that's the Mississippi going up to Chicago, then coming back to Texas. Because we got a different type of Southern here, like, CP3 will tell you that. But hey, let's read.
Nobody wants you. You in the land of the thirsties. And if you want to act crazy, if your mama want to act like she didn't see what she saw when the police got here, Auntie Abigail had a baby by her sister's baby daddy. You know what's crazy is
Oh,
that I've
shit.
always
This
said,
nigga caddy
you
for
know,
real.
if a woman ever put her hands on me, I never have to hurt a woman to stop her from assaulting me, because I used to wrestle in high school and for like 5 minutes in college. But that's always been like theoretical, because I've never actually like fought a woman. It's nice to know that I walk it exactly like I talk it.
This nigga right here, caddy as hell.
Well, listen, you ain't heard him mention no man in that family. He said his mama, his auntie, and his cousin. They were all female.
Yep. So that goes with the part of land on thirsty, because like shit, life is cheap up there, man. Hey, something might go down. You gotta get it when you get it. I feel I kind of understand.
Oh, life is cheap in Chicago. That's
It's not cheap.
probably look. It's not cheap in Chicago.
No. You talking about as a monetary? I'm talking about as anything could happen, and a non-medical stray could come around you if you at the gas station or some shit. That type of stuff.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
ew. Yeah. But
And you what?
I mean, he just listen. This is why you don't tell nobody your business, because on Mad Day, your shit will be told.
And what got me is she's in Chicago and reacting this way.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, because you're talking about a black woman.
It don't even matter. Like, she's not affecting you. You got
It
everything.
don't matter to you. It don't matter to you. That's a black woman that has been programmed to support all black women. Again, you had Obama going on the world tour for Kamala. I mean, he even said to a room full of black men, y'all lucky Michelle ain't here, because she just throw you over her knee and spank you. Hey, 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 hey.
What?
You know, we need somebody in the office that looks like us, that represent us. Okay, both of them niggas said they was not the president of black people. They was the president of the United States. That includes everybody, which is telling you without telling you they ain't gonna do shit for you. And people did not listen to that.
And see, here's the
Because
thing.
again, when the gubernatorial race went out in Virginia, you had the white Democrat and the black Republican, both of them women. He endorsed the white Democrat.
And you want to know
What
something
happened
funny?
to being black being important? So she is
No.
programmed
You want to
to
laugh?
push.
You want to laugh? Guess who?
Sure, I always up for a giggle.
Guess who Obama supported? Jasmine Crockett and the other dude. Guess who he
The white
supported?
man. The white man.
But we wrong. Our black ass like, I don't know, man. Trump, man. Hey, we'll get
He
it.
literally endorsed the white man. What's that man name again?
Oh, let me go find it. Find it. Keep on talking.
Because I don't want to keep saying the white man. hmm That's who he endorsed. He endorsed that dude.
Oh, Tallarico. James Tallarico.
Yep, that's what it is.
I knew it started with T.
hmm
Yep.
Yep. So yeah. So it's good for us to always support our own, even though all skin folk ain't kin folk.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see that more and more on a daily basis. And they keep leading our asses for destruction, and we just eating it up. And I say we loosely because I am not on that boat.
Yep. And this is what really got them freaked out. And this is why they reacting the way they reacting. And I don't play this. Bill Maher is on point on this one.
Okay, so just to continue on this for a minute, because I just saw this, it's really bad news for Democrats. 2030 reapportionment, there's a group called the American Redistricting Project, and in 5 years we will be redistricting. California is projected to lose 3 seats, New York 2, also going to lose a seat, Minnesota, Oregon, Rhode Island, Illinois, all blue states. Who's getting these? Texas, Florida, Idaho, and Utah. I mean, this looks like game over. You know, and the reason why people are voting with their feet is a lot of what your book is about.
Yeah,
taxes and regulation. I certainly have been screaming about it forever. I did 3 years with a sign here that said, how long is it going to take me to get my solar hooked up? 3 years. Talking about it on television in this state. You couldn't do it. This state has almost 400,000 regulations. I just put in a new roof because the fire, I thought, oh, let's get a roof that's not going to burn up. 2 inspections. Why are you inspecting my roof? It's my fucking roof. If it falls on me, that's my problem. And we're taxed more than any other state. People are leaving these kind of states for places where they're not, they feel the heavy breath of government on them. It's not that hard for Democrats to understand this, but they seem to be incapable of doing anything about it.
So that's everything in a nutshell. Right there in 1 minute and 30 second clip. So
Listen, lately Bill Maher has been tearing them up and telling them about themselves. Lately. He hasn't not always done that. He has always been by their side as long as he can smoke his weed and have his little show and, you know, mind his business. He happy. But lately, even he is seeing the BS. And he has had plenty of dialogue saying, hey, this is where y'all.
hey, hold it down real quick. My daughter's
Not only on this show, but he also has a podcast. Go ahead.
hey, hold it down. My daughter's crying, and let me see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I will, in fact, not be holding it down. I am not the host. I don't know why the hell he trusts me.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, great. Is she okay?
Yeah. My wife got on her ass. She over you know, okay. All right. Yeah.
Take your ass back in the room, man. Your business, dog.
Yeah. I'm not. I was like, man, what the hell going on stream? She like, she looked at me, old lady looked at me like, you want something? I'm like, no, how? She keep talking like that.
I was just asking a question. I was just asking.
Like I said,
My bad, homie.
It was a little weird. Anyway, yeah. In a nutshell, he just laid it out like, what's the issue they got, and going anti-Trump all the time is not going to fix that issue. You know what I mean?
You sure hell ain't. Because truth be told, you are a senator, a congressman, a governor, a mayor. Shouldn't y'all all get together and do what's best for your state and the cities within? That has nothing to do with Trump. Trump a whole bunch of responsibilities back to the state, so they won't be laying that shit at his doorstep. They complained about that. You're
It's all,
supposed to be running your state. Like it's literally in your job description. And somehow it's the president's fault that your state got issues.
yep.
So why is your position even necessary?
It's remarkable, man. Cause like all they gotta do, man. And a part of me thinking it might be a bigger play at work because you just heard all the seats they are losing, right? So these people are moving eventually because what's happening like in West, like Alito, west of Fort Worth, you actually got towns that's going out and going to recruit like athletes from like Compton, you know, Watts and stuff like that. They get them out, get get how they parents, like they working class and stuff, you know, they be able to sell their house or whatever, or do whatever they're gonna do with their house. They could get a affordable house, affordable ish house in like a good area, a good area. Well, I'm saying affordable ish, like I don't know how, like 300,000 wasn't the price, wasn't like the affordable price down here until like after COVID, because everybody's not moving down here. So your average pound price is like 300 to like 450, give or take now, which is crazy. Cause like you used to be able to get before like the rush came down here, you used to get like a 5-bedroom for like what, no more than 280 back.
Right.
Yeah, it everything done went up. So what's going on? Like they are like still houses in California, even in Compton. Shit, you might be spending $500,000 if you own the house.
Oh Lord, not Compton.
No, dead ass serious. Like if you own a
I
house,
know.
you own a house in LA, like yeah, it's up there. So them cats, if they own the house or whatever, they move, they probably get like a you know, probably could get a loan here and you know, move into a 350,000 house in a decent area, and the kids be going and play high end football. That's what they doing. So eventually that shit gonna catch up. Like man, like places that wasn't the hood might turn to the hood if shit, we ain't careful. Stuff like that. It always gone. Like it's never the first generation of people coming in trying to do their thing. It's always a third or fourth generation when they get fat and happy, you know. And if the education doesn't, because like the worst, this is why I feel like what's going on too. There's an element, and this is part of the right. What's going on the right? There's an element of these provocateurs that's like your Nick Fuentes and cats like that that just it kind of hits it in the well water, so to speak. So like if everybody like gets along and everything, they just start talking about black folks all of a sudden. Them type of they call themselves conservative, but they really ain't conservative. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We gotta really watch out for them type of cats, man. That just say some shit like everybody be green, you know. Black man don't stand up and like, all right, you know what? This ain't us. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna start making this money. Do this. Then you have a fucker like him or whoever that ilk just try to say something bad like, oh yeah, y'all got the most violent people. They just do stupid fuck shit. You know what I mean? When people trying to get their shit together, they gotta remind them type. You gotta watch out for them type.
Yeah, this is true. This is
And,
true. Because
and,
again, they will.
and then on top of that, then like it's funny how cats like that. One of the main things the left was saying all with the culture war stuff, they're calling everybody the Aussies and all this stuff and anti-Semitic. Then now, one of the big things everybody doing now is bringing up them, bring up that community when shit not
Yeah.
going right. It makes me
Yeah.
like okay. It's funny how that work. Like I always felt that way. Like man, why? That's why in a way, I kind of dismiss it, even though there's some truth to what y'all saying. I'm not naive. Even people exist in every culture. But I try to not go strictly with that because I know that's a talking point coming from somewhere. That makes sense?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not all, but it's human behavior. Again, it's the yin to yang. It's people
Yep.
that get up and make a choice every day to live their life right, and it's people that get up and make a choice to wreak havoc.
To do
Like
evil stuff,
you,
yeah.
it's right. It's not for me to understand. It's not, but I also understand there's a God and then there's a devil. So if we are made in God's image, so is Satan, because he was here before we were. Um, we are here to pick a side, and a lot of people pick the wrong side
And the thing
of
is,
our
like,
own free will.
I have a pretty diverse. I go out my way to have like a kind of diverse friend group. I have if I want to hang out with like I got a group of friends. Like one of my friends I've been knowing since second grade, white boy and stuff. He was in my wedding and everything. Me and him never gonna be like on at odds or anything. We just he damn near like a brother. You know what I mean? But like he keep a diverse group because like he got his brother-in-law. No, not his brother-in-law. I'm sorry. One of his wife's cousins by marriage, they Jewish, like hardcore, like that's their thing. So when it's funny because like they know I was a Kanye West fan when Kanye started doing all this stuff. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on here, but like I said, hey, let's take away the antics and let's listen to what he's saying and let's listen to who he's talking about instead of because he's doing a lot of generalization. He's actually talking about somebody because he's been attacked. And we have to stay like what
Absolutely.
once you start saying that people are not you can't talk about anybody. If you talk about us, you talk about everybody. You start doing that. There's bad people in every culture. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and be fronting like there's good people. Everybody in my skin tone, pigment, culture, whatever. They all angels. It's some assholes in my. We
My
know
God, yes.
Yeah, we know it, and we call out. So if we be able to call that out, and say, hey, I ain't with that shit. They doing some bullshit. You gotta be able to say, oh, maybe it's some bullshit here. Let's wait and see. What's up, Mike? What's up?
I got a question for Yolis Mike. Who the
Go ahead.
hell is Teen Raisin?
That's crazy.
I know.
That's insane.
You missing a few letters.
All the others,
Just saying.
except for the
I'm
P.
just saying.
All the letters, P and I, PIN. You missing like 4 letters.
It's all right. It's all right. Not that important. I'm just here.
And and this why you remember when like teacher was saying like he talking about the a lot of countries was cracking down on race mix and this stuff. I was like, man, I disagree with all that because like I'm like, dude, we gotta talk to everybody else. We gotta know. We gotta take everybody's temperature because you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that nigga. Be like, you walk outside and there's a war out there, and then somebody say, "Oh, you gonna be on my side? Are you gonna be on my side?" You gotta know, like, okay, what if you're gonna be on the side? What you gonna do? You gotta know what's going on here, man.
I knew what it was. I meant to sing you.
Oh shit!
Can you go to, and this is completely way left. Pivot podcast.
All right. Which episode?
It was a video they did with I think it said something to the effect of making something beautiful um ugly, or it's two stories or some shit. Two sides to a beautiful story or whatever. Something to that effect. I think it was posted today or yesterday.
Two sides to every story.
That should be it.
Was it a Barack?
And I usually have my huh. Let me
Was
look
it
at the
Barack?
pages. Let me hold on.
He was.
Hold on. That's okay, Mike. I know
She
you
mad
ain't
at
mean
you.
it.
Nah, she mad at you. Don't let that. Don't let that
Whatever.
talk
I
fool
know
you.
you ain't mean it, Mike. It was just funny as hell. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
King
I do not
Rising.
know.
King
No,
Kong
it was
Rising.
Ping Raisin. Like
King
who
Ra-
in the hell
You're raising the
is
ping.
Ping Raisin? Well, listen.
Let's see. Is it based on videos?
That's what I'm looking for. Because I don't think it's any longer in my damn history. Which sucks.
Okay. Let's see. You want to send it to me? It's a lot of videos.
Yeah. I'm seeing this. But anyway.
And with all those, hey, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I might leave at this. This is what we really gotta take away from everything. All this division been going on, all this bullshit been going on. This probably this pretty sobering how he says this. And I'll let this play, and we can talk about this, and we gonna make a move.
We don't say that Islam is here to live, to coexist with lots of different religions, and all of us can just hold hands and be friends. This religion has been sent to dominate, to wipe out, to take out every other religion, to have the people leave every religion and to accept Islam. And if that requires fighting to achieve it, then it requires fighting to achieve it. Because the greatest purpose for which jihad was legislated is to make the word of Allah the highest and the word of those who disbelieve the lowest, even if the disbelievers hate it. But we're not shy to say it, and we don't find that to be something that we should be shy to say. We don't say that Islam.
So, with that being said, isn't it weird that right now, and I think this is going to really affect Europe before us, just because of how our spirit is as Americans. Like when somebody push something, like you go even go with the alphabet, like all that stuff going on. When you compel us to be something, our natural inclination, which is human nature, is to rebel and to figure out how to spare you from the notion that you could do this. You know what I mean? I'm saying that in kind words. And that goes to black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever. Like that's just if you born here and you went through our school, went through that's knowing the American way in general, you're gonna resist anybody that thinks like, hey, I'm here to dominate you by nature. And it makes me think, why have our society, pop culture and everything, is trying to demonize that line of thinking so much? What's the purpose? really.
I honestly do not know what that purpose will be.
So it makes me think, what if all this was a play to get us to this point where, because like here's the thing with pop culture, they think everybody idiots. But they think everybody idiots. They think this dude doesn't mean what he's saying. Oh, he don't mean it. We can control him. You know what I mean? And the same thing, like when the Red October, the Russian Revolution, the first communists thought the same thing. They can control Stalin. You know, I can control Stalin. He work out. He a Georgian. He just work out there and he out there in Siberia. He out there doing this. He's not really, you know, sophisticated to control us. And next thing you know, he got all y'all in the gulag. You know what I mean? So that's hold up. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'll go ahead. Copy. So yeah, like, what you think about that? It's something with them demonizing masculinity and everything. It kind of opened the door for that type of thinking.
The thing is, we've been knew they was demonizing masculinity. They've been doing it since they separated men from the home. And once you remove the men from the home and leave the woman on her own to raise children, to run a household, you are already putting things out of order. And it becomes the norm to the point where we still are having this discussion to this day about how men felt cheated about being put out of the home. Now, I will say, on our side of things, I didn't think that was necessary. But at the end of the day, also on our side of things, because we actually got to get to the root as to why they did that. A lot of times, if the man passed away early, that left the woman to fend for herself. And back then, they was having a gaggle of kids. It's like in the double digits, especially us.
Oh yeah,
So she had to figure it out for herself. One of the things those other people did was take the land because there was no man to protect them. You know, so now she homeless, no land, no way to make money. She had to figure it out. Here comes the system to help them out, to fill in the gaps, to help her, not to necessarily, you know, say, oh, you can't have no man, blah, 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 to get them on their feet. Then it became, oh shit, they populating the earth. They might outnumber us. Okay, now we can tell them that they can't have anybody there to help them out because now we have taken over.
Because us we were getting a little bit too uppity, according to somebody.
Right. Right. And again, it became the norm because it's like, well, shit, I ain't really got to pay no bills. Section 8. I ain't got to even make no money to feed my kids. Food stamps. I don't have to work. TANF. And I can still get money and health care. Fuck, I need you for.
Because what it did, it destroyed the self-esteem, the dignity.
Absolutely.
Like when you working and you making you working for a goal, you working to build you know, build your legacy with your kids and the whole nine.
No,
Like,
all that's out the window.
yeah, you're not gonna fall for anything because you got something, you doing something for greater than yourself at that point. Cause like even that's why like then it gets to the point where you gotta live out your mean, cause like there's somebody that say, well, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go work, we're gonna go make something of ourselves, and we're gonna monetize our talents, i.e. the Jacksons, you know, the Barshes, all them like them cats that went out there. They did the singing, they did all that, and they made something out of themselves. Now you gotta keep up with them. So now you stealing from your kids. You putting things like your kids' name and all this stuff. It gets deep, and it becomes a vortex of now it's understood to steal from your own. You know what I'm saying? Now it's understood that if he got something, I deserve to have part of it too, instead of want to figure out what they did and work at your own angle to it. You know what I mean? And then they
Mhm.
exacerbate the crab barrel effect, which it wasn't as pronounced but before then. Like if you were making money, you were doing what you need to be doing, you were providing for the community, everything, as in jobs, as in just you own a business in the community, and y'all, everybody, the love was there. You know what I'm saying? The respect was there.
Absolutely, because listen, the women didn't know a lot of things because they submitted to their husbands, and the husbands took care of everything from the
Mhm.
work to the money to where, anything important, any type of business, all of that. They took care of all of that. The
All of it.
woman ain't had to do nothing but take care of the kids. That's it.
And the thing is, like, don't sell yourself short, because like, man, I need to get that. I sent you something with Andrew Wilson's wife. How educated even the black women were back then, because like, keep it a buck, the women went to like they were the teachers. They had to go get educated. Like my granny, um, she had got a degree from Texas from PV as a teacher. I didn't even know that.
Hmm.
And like my aunt was a teacher. I got 3 aunts that was teachers. So yeah, like that was the thing. Like, cause if you're a man, like, oh, like, if you had land, you work on that land. So who's gonna be the teacher? The mama, the wife, the auntie, the granny. They're gonna be the one teaching the next generation how to read, write.
Yeah, that was literally our job. While the men went out and worked and did everything, we were at home managing the household.
That part.
That was our part. It's a yin to the yang. You out
And
there working, making the money, and as the helpmate, we're in there making sure the kids are fed, clean, studying, getting their book smarts. A lot of the women that sat down in the home, which they don't talk about a lot of times, were college educated.
yeah, a lot of them college educated.
And a lot of women went to college to find husbands. They were there for their studies, but they were also there to find husbands. And they didn't go out
Mhm.
to the workforce. Some of them did, some of them didn't. But as far as us as a people, both parents working was never an issue.
Yeah, I think one night we want to talk about how what was the one of birthday the founding what the founding feminist was all about at the time. We want to really go and break that down. I
She
wanted to
was
get
such
that
a
book.
stud. I mean, yeah.
No, I mean Satanist, the whole nine.
Allegedly.
All right, I'll play a little. Oh no, we have time. Hey, I'm gonna say that. Let me say that. Hold up, I can't even save it over here. I gotta go though, because
I will say
got
this
to
though.
get the.
Remember, I think it was like last year, a couple years ago, when Channing decided that he was gonna call Russell Wilson. I think he was corny or a simp or something like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
okay, yeah. So just remember that. Keep that in mind. You can watch the ones that I sent you.
All right. I played a little bit of this. We could do it's just short, so it ain't gonna take long.
True that.
What's up?
I said true that.
Is this the first one or
Yeah, you can play the first one I sent you.
all right?
when referencing Russell Wilson. It was a little stunning, but that's what they do, on the show. I thought Sierra handled it like a woman and with a ton of class. She didn't want to get into name calling.
Right.
And as far as the Russell Wilson piece, I believe Doug Baldwin, Mike Robb, and Marshawn just had a conversation, and they talked about Hawaiian shirts and flood waters or whatever it might be. And there is the time, especially in our culture, where some of those things aren't cool. And cool is a big thing to us because we got some cool mother effers in our culture, right? And then that's part of kind of all you have. I think where I felt things went left was when DJ Envy brought up because he loves his wife or because he loves his children. The coolest thing about Russell Wilson is the way he loves his family. One of the coolest things and most honorable things any man, any woman can do is take care of a child that's not theirs. We got an opportunity to meet Future at Pittsburgh camp. I got an opportunity to meet him at the Pro Bowl. And there is no difference between that child and the children that Russell Wilson and Sierra made together. And to me, there is a certain point where we just have to start focusing on who people are and how they live life. As far as me, the way he lives life, the way he takes care of his wife, the way he takes care of his children, the way he has raised another man's children, that child, that's always going to be cool to me. That's always going to be something that us as a show will continue to keep off limits and that we won't get into, because I'm never attacking a way that a man lives his life based on his family when he's doing it the right way as anything but honorable. And so I think when I look back at that moment that made us go viral, what we didn't do was give people the entire context of who he was. Right. And we do have to be careful when having conversations about couples and how one person's reality is different from our perception. And so I think, if we had to do it again, I would do it differently, which is why I did it differently here.
Hold up. Yeah. Personally, this is why you don't talk about anybody else's household. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, like, and this is the problem with our community right now, because like we kind of, I kind of call it the hyena. We got a hyena culture type thing where we are taught, and this is all by design, because it wasn't like this. We taught to big up the women, which is cool. No problem with that. But anybody that strays away, any man that strays away or not do the status quo or whatnot, we feast on them per se. Like not necessarily feast on literally, but feast on that they name recognition, feast on their I'm trying to word this the right way. Feast on their innovation, like what I mean by feast, like you breaking them down, breaking whatever they about down because they not with the status quo program. If that makes sense. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I wish how they handled it now is how they handled it when it was first brought up, because Channing's energy was way different. It was, oh, he a cornball, ain't no way in the world I would have blah 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 blah. Cool. There's no way in the world you would have, but you're not him.
And people don't realize, okay, sometimes like I think we got caught up with the whole red pill, the manosphere stuff. We got so caught up in, okay, the high value thing, which there's an argument for that. Got caught up in body count stuff and all this and all that. And the fact that you know where she been, you pretty much know who she dated. The people outside
Yeah,
of the
because
community,
most of it was public.
yeah, because you're a public figure, you know?
And that girl got dragged for leaving a man who was not going to really marry her. Like she literally got. Is he married to this day now? He
No.
had a few more babies since she been gone. She got dragged, and then Russell got dragged because they like how the hell she have him around his kid like that, her kid like that. He's not supposed. Is she supposed to be with Future? Like, who made up these rules?
And like I said, like
This man has multiple baby mamas, and although that was not her goal to be the baby mama, and she seen that he was not ready to marry her, she left. And she upgraded. The same thing men tell us all the time. You need to pick better. Okay, she picked better. And then
yeah,
she got dogged out for that. And so did he.
and again, like this goes back to like what a lot of those how they looked at it from what I've been hearing. I'm not. I hope I'm not speaking for anybody. They look at the fact that they know how Future is, and they look like Sierra. Like, why did you even get in that situation to be with a person like that in the first place? What's really what's going on with
Right.
you
And
to
then
do
she got
that?
out.
I mean, I get it as May. Yeah, I get that, but some people harp on that.
Yeah.
That fact because there's something inside. They look at it, there's something inside you that was attracted to that type of person. And if I invest my time and my effort and everything with you, or you're gonna be true to what my program is, or because like we seen dudes, we learn lessons. We seen a Sierra go from the hood dude to the quote unquote square. I don't believe he's
Hmm.
100% square. And going back to the hood dude type stuff. We've seen that happen
He
many,
can't
many
be
times.
100% square. Shit, he playing for the
I'm not, look, I'm not, but when I say this,
NFL.
I'm talking about perception. I'm not even talking about him in real life because the
No,
man,
I'm agreeing with you. I'm
yeah,
saying I know he can't be 100% square because he's actually in the NFL. There is a certain type of grit you have to have for that.
yeah. But goofy people that will just look at his demeanor and think one thing. You always got that, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's always a joke. We can't like we can't just be different and have different styles and everybody just embrace each everybody's style. We gotta be an archetype of some form of fashion because
Mhm.
that's what we've been programmed to do with
Mhm.
through media and stuff. That's what that is. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Like Russell Wilson can legitimately be the future Democrat Party if he wanted to run for office. He's being groomed to do that.
That's
Like,
true.
like people down on him, they're gonna be watch mark my words. Let's say 2030. Because by that time he'll be out the league. He on his way out the league right now. He'll be on the
Unless he
verge.
pulls a Tom Brady. But go ahead.
They around the same age anyway. He ain't that far with
But still way past where he was supposed to retire. Not all I'm saying.
yeah, but like back what I'm saying though, like if he decide to he'll be in the Hall of Fame. He's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Fame because he's his regimen, the stats, he's like he was like a top 5 quarterback throughout his whole career to the end. So yeah, I mean that's gonna happen. Like that's I mean, we could break down who because Brady, Rogers, the man is then probably probably Rock, then Mahomes and stuff that mean, but Mahomes is in a different class. But in his time frame, he was like a top
That's
5
true.
quarterback. So yeah, I mean we're fickle. That's one thing about like literally we're very fickle. Like they call him square till he all of a sudden look like something they could use and need from him. And that's what's gonna happen when he gets in politics. A lot of people talking bad about him. He become the Democratic front runner. They're gonna change their tune just like they did with Trump. This is the way it is.
I guess so. All
But
right, so I guess we can pick up from here later.
yeah, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that showing head thing. That Thursday, I don't got nothing unless some shit go
It
down.
probably will. It's America.
It's everything going on.
Yeah, it's America.
Oh, I'm losing my voice now. Let me get up off here.
Been there, done that. All right.
Yep.
Have a good evening.
Appreciate you coming up. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and peace.